Hello guys, Abdu here again. Alright, so on this lesson we're gonna learn more about the package import in the operators, okay? Alright, so this is the package, okay? And the package is really, really important, okay? It is going to format and sort our application. And the package needs to be inside the main file, and it can also be inside the files that belong to the main file, okay? Because without the package your app will not work. And the package, here you see the package is main, but the package can also be stuff like hold on, web app, can be something, anything, but only one condition, that you have at least the main package, okay, because the compiler, like the Go compiler, will start looking for it and then it will not find it, okay? So your app will not work, okay? And another point is when you work like with the package and you run the app and you do a compile, okay, for your app, and then you want to change the package's name. So in order for your app to work, okay, you need to recompile your code again, okay? Okay, great. So now for the okay, because when you build like a reusable piece or pieces of code, you will develop a package as like a shared library, okay? And when you develop like an executable programs, you will use the package main, okay, for making the package as an executable program, okay? The package main tells the Go compiler, okay, that the package should compile as an executable program instead of a shared library. Okay, and the main function, the package main, okay, will be the entry point of our executable program, okay? So when you build a shared like libraries, you will not have any main package and the main function in the like inside the package, okay? So now about we already I already showed you like a little bit about import on the previous lesson, okay? So yeah, there is like two ways you can import, so like this, or like on the shorthand like this, okay? But one thing that you should know is that the names of the packages should always be in lowercase. You cannot do like this, okay? fmt or ROS or something like this, okay? Okay, great. So hold on, let's see, let's remove this one, okay? And then we only need or at least today we only need fmt, okay, like to print our code, okay? And I already showed you that fmt we need it like to print, okay? Okay, when we run right now, it's gonna print just like hello world, okay? Okay, great. So right now, let's take an idea of operators, okay? And of course, when it comes to operators, there are types like arithmetic, okay? We'll start with arithmetic. That's like math, okay? Like plus, minus, and multiply, divide by, and etc. Okay? So we need, let's say, some variables, okay, inside our main function. Okay, let's say var, always use like let's use num1, okay? You want it to, let's first define its data type, okay? Want it to be an integer, okay? Hold on, want it to be an integer, and want it to equal hold on, want it to equal 10, okay? And the second, let's say another var, and then num1, hold on, num2, and we want to be an integer also, and we want it to equal 20, okay? I'll just put it that way. Okay, so now if you want to do, like, for example, let's say plus or minus, or multiply and stuff like that, we're going to use print format instead of print line, okay? So let's use this print line like as a line separator, okay, like as a new line, okay? You're gonna use here if empty printf, okay. And right now, what we wanna do is, let's say remember on the previous lesson I showed you what is T and what is V and Q. Okay, today we're gonna try D. Okay, and D means a digit. Okay, we want only to show us the digit inside our variable. Okay, let's try num1. Okay, and do the same with num2, or let's just do them like on the same. Hold on the same like on the same line. Okay, num1 and then num2. Okay, you can see here it shows us like the value inside num1 and the value inside num2. Okay, let's add another variable. Okay, and let's call it total, and want it to be also an integer, and want it to equal let's say, okay, want to equal num1, okay, plus num2. Okay, so right now first let's create another one and call it like let's say sub, and then we want also to be an integer, and we call it and we say equals num1, okay, minus num2. Okay, even though like num2 is bigger than num1. Okay, right now let's go ahead and print again. Okay, let's use digit, and let's do total. Okay, and sub. Okay, and let's run our code. And you can see here it says the first one is 30 and the second is minus 10, because you know it's added 20 to 10, and here it like it removed 20 from 10, obviously, which is minus 10. All right, right now let's try like multi. Okay, let's try like multiply. Okay, var, and it's called like multi, and we also want it to be an integer, and we say equal num1, and we use like a star or a pointer as like multiply num2. And you can see here this is you know, this is a star, you know, it's also like called a pointer, but of course we'll get to that like later on. But we can also use it like as x, you know, like multiply. And let's do another one, var, and then let's say divide, and also an integer, and then equal. And I guess you already, you know, get the idea. Okay, num2, and we can do another one, divide 2, and then an integer, and then to equal num1, and here we're gonna use a percentage instead of slash. Okay, but they're gonna do like basically the same thing. Okay, and let's copy it, and let's do the same thing, another one. Okay, let's just use okay, let's use another one. Okay, great. So for the first one, let's use multi. Okay, and we're gonna remove 1d, and for the second we want it to be divide, and for the third let's remove also like 1d, and for the third we want it to be what do we want it to be, divide 2. Okay, and we're gonna remove again 1d. Okay, so when we're gonna go ahead and run it, you see it can solve like for us like almost all the math problems. So you can see here 200 and 0. Okay, because there is not like 20 in there isn't like 20 in hold on, in num1. Okay, okay, great. Okay, right now let's go ahead and try let's see. Can also do like this. You know, you can write like a text before it, so it's gonna print you like a text, and then the letter you want. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we saw modulus, divide, multiply, and plus and plus and minus. Okay, and so also in Go there is something called increment and decrement. Okay, meaning we add or remove from it. Okay, let's take an example. Okay, let's say let's go here. Okay, let's remove this divide. Okay, let's remove all of this, and let's remove all of this, and then let's remove this one too, and do we make another one? Okay, great. So let's also remove var1. Okay, let's change this one to num2, and the second also to, hold on, okay, and the second to also num2. But here instead what we're gonna do, we're also gonna leave one digit. Okay, so here for the increment we're gonna put, okay, num2 and then plus plus. Okay, and then we're gonna here do num2 in this, and then minus minus. Okay, let's run our app, and then let's see what it's gonna return. You can see here it added a number and then it removed the number, because here you can see it's 20. You might say, okay, change nothing, but it did, because you see it's 20. It's become 21 here, and then after it came here, you know, we added like minus minus, and then it become, let's remove, for example, let's remove this one, and then we run it again. You can see it's 19. Okay, so it removed a number, but for example, let's say if we add it here again, it's gonna go back to 20. Okay, because it was 19 and then it added another one. Okay, so that's it for arithmetic. Okay, so right now for relational, which is, you know, relationship. So let's see some examples. Okay, let's leave the same num1, okay, in num2. Okay, let's add num1. Okay, okay, and then we're gonna like say it equals 10, and you could like num1. Okay, right now we're gonna remove these. Okay, and we're gonna use okay, let's say, okay, let's say if, okay, what we want to do right now is we're gonna say if num1, okay, has the same value, okay, has the same or equals, you know, num2, then we want it to print. Okay, let's say what we want to print. Let's just do hold on, if empty print line, and then let's say valid, I guess. Let's say yes. Okay, valid. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, hold on, else. Okay, like otherwise, else we want it to print let's say no. Okay, or not valid, let's just say no. Okay, we're gonna use if empty dot print line. Okay, and then we're gonna say no. Okay, great. Let's run it right now and see what it's gonna give us. Okay, see, it says no, because num1 doesn't equal num2, because num1 has the value of 10 and num2 has the value of 20. Okay, so let's copy it again, like the same thing. Okay, and here we're gonna use hold on, if num1 is smaller than num2. Okay, print yes, otherwise print no. Okay, let's put another one, and right now we say if num1 is bigger, okay, than num2, then print yes, okay. If I mean print valid. If it's not, then print no. Okay. Let's put another one, and then right now we're gonna say if num1 is smaller, okay. If num1 is smaller or equals num2, then print valid. Otherwise, if it doesn't, then print no. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. If num1 is bigger than or equals num2, then print then print valid. Otherwise, print no. Okay. Let's see. When we run our code, you can see here it shows us no, valid, no, valid, no. Okay. Let me explain. The first, like I said, it should return no because num1 is smaller than num2, so it doesn't equal. The second, it returns valid, yes, because num1 is smaller than num2. The second, num1 is bigger than num2. That is not. It should return no. It did. It returned no because num2 is bigger than num1. The second, if num1 is smaller or equals num2. Okay, num1 here we're saying like if either, for example, applies. If, for example, let's say let me show you something. Okay, let's say 20. I mean 10 here. Let's put it 20, and then we say yes, and then you can say here, you can see on all of these, even the one we said if bigger, okay, or equals, or smaller or equals, says valid because we said if it's bigger, okay, then print no. Or if, for example, if it's not bigger, even if it's just equals, if it equals num2, then print also valid. And also here, if it's smaller, print yes, like valid. If even if it's not smaller, but it's it equals num2, then print still print valid. Okay. Okay, great. That's it for relational. Okay, right now for logical operator. Okay, let's remove these. Let's leave just one. Okay. Let's change these and just put. Okay, let's remove these ones too. Okay, and then we need to create another one, and let's say var. Let's also use num1. Okay, and then we're gonna say bool. Remember, it's boolean. Okay, and then we say true. The second we say var num2 and also bool, and then equals hold on, and then equals false. Okay, great. Okay, right now we're gonna go here and we're gonna leave f, okay, and we're gonna say if num1, okay, and instead of equals we're gonna use end, okay, and just means if for boolean, if num1 and num2 have the same have the same value, okay, it should print us valid. Okay, otherwise let's change this one to invalid. Okay, and then let's print, it should return invalid. See, because num1 has true, num2 has false. Okay, let's do the same thing and copy it, and then we're gonna say right now, let's use pipes. Okay. Right now we used pipes, which means or. For example, if check1 or check2 has the value of true, okay, or like 1, return valid. Otherwise, return invalid. Okay, let's run it again, and you can see here it says valid because num1 has the value like true. Okay, so let's copy it. Actually, we already did. Okay, let's paste it here, but right now we're gonna use exclamation mark like this, and then we're gonna put these inside parentheses. Okay, right now we also Right now you saw we put variables inside parentheses. Now we want it to return true if it's false, if the value, okay, is false, and if it's false we want it to return true. For example, here you can see it returned invalid because one value has false and the other has true. Okay, so here we said if num1 and num2 has the same value, then print valid. Okay, so here it should return valid, but because we put parentheses, okay, and we put them inside, we put like variables inside parentheses, and we put exclamation mark, when we run it, it's gonna return valid, even though it should return invalid. Okay, because okay, for example, let's remove parentheses. You can see for this one it returned valid, right? Okay, let's see, let's use pipes. Right now it's gonna return the opposite of valid, which is invalid, which is false. Okay, because it's true, but it returns false. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, right, that's it for logical operators. Okay, right now let's try something else. Let's try what? Let's try assignments. Okay. Okay, let's remove everything. Let's remove everything, and then let's create variables again, and we say num1. We put like data type integer, and then we say equals 1. The second var num2 equals, or we'll just put, you know, integer without like value, and then we're gonna say hold on, we're gonna say num2 equals num1. Okay, so it's gonna copy the value of num1, and then we're gonna like use fmt, and then print line, and then we're gonna use num2. Okay, so first let's print. You see it prints the value, which is 1. Okay, right now if we want like to add, okay, so what we're gonna do is let's use like an empty okay, let's do let's see, let's use num2, okay, and then we're gonna use plus and equals, and then num1. Okay, and let's change 1 here so you'll not get confused like with plus. Okay, so here we put 10. Okay, and then we're gonna use the same thing, fmt dot print line, and then we're gonna put num2. So right now we wanted to double the value of num1. Okay, so when we're gonna run it, it's gonna return 20. Okay, you see here it stayed 10. Okay, and the first one it still returned 10, but after it, because we put like num2 plus equals, then we put it after the first print. Okay, and it says it's 20. Okay, we can actually do the same thing also like with like we saw on the previous lesson, like with minus, but here we're gonna put minus equal. Okay, you see I didn't change the variable name or anything. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, see it's 10. The reason here it's gone back to 10, it's because it's 20, but if I remove this one, okay, it's gonna become 0. Okay, because it's removed like the it's like it divided the number by 2. Okay, and there is like only, okay, so right now let's do the same thing again, copy, and let's add okay, let's add 2. Okay, so for this one let's you know, like use multiply. Hold on, in this one we're gonna use like divide, and when we're gonna run our app, you can see here it multiplied 10 by 10, you know, so it's 100, and it multiplied no, and it divided 10, you know, by itself. Okay, let's see. And also it divided like not 10 by itself, it divided 100 by itself, because here, you know, it become 100 and then it divided 100 by 10, so then there is 10 tens in 100. So let's remove this one, you know, so you'll not get confused again, and we run it one more time. See, 1, there is 1 10 and a 10. Okay, I hope you understand what I mean. Okay, so all right guys, so that's it for today. Again, all right, so again, you know, if you didn't understand anything, you know, just leave a, you know, a question in the Q&A or a comment, of course, and I'll make sure to answer when I can. All right, and also if the quality of the video, you know, is like, if it's not visible, just let me know again, and I'll make sure to update it. All right guys, see you in the next lesson.